What's going on, Cantina patrons? He's Darth Paul, I'm Padawan Dave.
And welcome to the Mudhorn Cantina. Today we are checking out the Sideshow exclusive deluxe Darth Vader Hot Toys from the Obi-Wan Kenobi Disney Series.
So upon opening the box, you are presented with this really nice poster style design graphic from the series featuring both Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi. And at the bottom there is a character quote stating Anakin is gone, I am what remains, and below that is a synopsis essentially from the perspective of Darth Vader and the Empire that reads, after being restored by Darth Sidious following his brutal defeat by Obi-Wan Kenobi on the fiery lava world Mustafar, Darth Vader is fully consumed by the dark side of the Force, leading the Empire's eradication of the Jedi Order and hunting down his former master.
Kicking things off, we have the first of two bases. This one is included in all editions of the figure and depicts the rocky terrain where Darth Vader and Obi-Wan have their climatic showdown.
And the second base is only available in the deluxe version, featuring part of a walkway you would typically find in an Imperial vessel like the Star Destroyer or maybe even the Death Star. And the base does actually light up. At the back you have a USB-C port and of course an on-off switch. Pretty cool.
The figure includes 9 interchangeable hands, 2 on the figure, 7 shown here, to either hold accessories or pose the figure.
There are 2 interchangeable control panel pieces. The battle damage version in my right hand comes in every single edition of the figure, whereas the clean version in my left hand only comes in the deluxe edition.
There are 4 lightsaber accessories included. Darth Vader's iconic hilt. There is an additional Darth Vader hilt with a wire that enables a light up feature. And then a damaged Inquisitor blade split in 2 taken from Reva, the third sister.
There are also 4 blades to go into the hilts. This is a standard one for Darth Vader's hilt. The second is more of an action swoosh, for lack of a better word. And then the 2 slightly thinner blades that go into the Inquisitor's hilt. These don't actually light up though.
We of course have Darth Vader's cloak featuring the chain link that holds it around his neck. The cloak is reversible with a clean version and a battle damaged version.
Available only in the Sideshow exclusive edition is this hologram of the Grand Inquisitor.
The deluxe edition comes with 2 head molds. The clean version is exclusive to the deluxe edition.
And the battle damage version partially revealing Anakin underneath. The top part of the helmet can also disconnect, which gives you access to the back where you can roll his eye if you feel so inclined.
And finally we have the body with Darth Vader in his iconic armour.
Yeah, and it looks, for the most part, fairly clean. I know we've got some of those battle damage parts that you can add on to it, but the boots have a nice shine to it. And you were telling me something about this material that gives it, obviously, the leathery effect that I suppose.
Yeah, like the plethora.
Is that what it's called?
What it's made from. So it's not necessarily always the best of things. I know a lot of collectors kind of dread it because it can, depending on your humidity levels and its storage, it can like shed after time,
like
and
degrade. Yeah. Which, I mean, it is what it is, but I guess you have to try and store things to the.
Yeah, I mean, depending on which country you're in, that's always,
very true, actually. Very
always
true.
Easy. Hopefully, in the UK, like we do get some hot spells, but
yeah, like it's normally very hot for like 4 days.
Yeah,
that's kind of it. But yeah, we have the belt there. Obviously, the waist cape that comes down. The belt, I believe, has light up features, which we'll switch around to the back so you guys can see some of that in a second. That's where the control panel goes.
Yeah, obviously we showed earlier. Yeah. They light up as well.
Yeah, we haven't got those on there yet. And then the, I don't know, shoulder pauldrons, chest piece, whatever that is. Again, looking pretty clean and shiny. And at the back, there's not really a lot going on, but you guys have to imagine the cape will be covering everything.
We have the control panel, which attaches to the belt to enable light up features.
Yeah, which is where you guys can see all these kind of wires dangling. There's one for the belt, one for that control panel. And is it one for the lightsaber?
I think there's one each for the belt. So there's two for either side of the belt, one for the control panel, and then there's one that's attached to the lightsaber, which we have to feed through.
Yeah, and unfortunately it is a USB-C connection. There's no like batteries or anything in there, so you will have to have like a wire protruding, but again, the cape will cover most of this.
Yes.
And that's what things would look like at the back if you had all the wires plugged in. But as we said earlier, if you pop on the cape, it's all hidden.
And here's a look at those light features, guys.
And I think general consensus from us here on the Mudhorn Cantina, pretty darn cool figure.
Yeah, absolutely.
The light up features are pretty cool. You guys may not see them too much here, obviously in the light box. I love the base as well. This was like the exclusive.
Yeah, it's exclusive to the deluxe edition.
Yeah.
So yeah, the light up kind of Imperial style base.
Yeah, I quite like that. It kind of adds to, at least like, let's say, this clean version.
Yeah, exactly.
Of the figure.
That whole iconic, as we said multiple times, I'm sure.
Yeah, 6th, 7th time now. But and the word clean as well,
Yeah.
I think. But it does. It just looks nice, clean, pristine, sort of what you'd expect to an extent of a non-battle hardened Darth Vader, if that kind of makes sense. So when
Yeah,
he's
I
not
guess.
in battle.
Yeah, at this point he had the Inquisitors to do a lot for him and things like that.
I do also like the fact that he comes with Reva's lightsaber. I think that's pretty cool because you can like essentially pose him with her and then with Obi-Wan as well.
Yeah.
You know, when you add other things. I don't know if you feel the same, the one criticism from me, it's a very minor one, is that these don't light up.
Yeah, exactly. I think in some of the promo shots it almost looked like they would.
Yeah, exactly. Like
their photo shoots are always going to kind of depict those things. And
absolutely.
Add to it afterwards.
Yeah, it's just the one, as I said, very, very minor thing. Pretty cool though that you can still have his lightsaber. What would you call it? D-Link?
Yeah, the D-Link hooked to his belt.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool that you can still kind of have that, because it kind of makes the pose then a little bit more realistic. But it then kind of begs the question, do you need to buy 2 of these if you wanted a battle with Reva and then a battle with Obi-Wan? Just before we get to that battle with good old Ben Kenobi, we do of course have this exclusive piece. Well, it's the Sideshow exclusive one, right?
Yeah, that's right. It was only available for the exclusive edition from Sideshow.
Yeah, and it's obviously a, obvious only I guess if you've seen the show, but it is a hologram of the Grand Inquisitor. I guess a nice little addition, but I don't know about you, I probably wouldn't pose it with that.
No, I don't think that's the best pose you could get out of this figure.
Yeah, especially with all the other accessories it comes with. And finally, we do have the battle damage version, which, I don't know about you, I think, like, cool is not the right word. I don't know how to describe it, I just like it better.
Just different.
Yeah, different for sure.
Obviously, in the original trilogy, you see Vader as this imposing villain that everybody is afraid of and just cuts people down. Here you kind of see him almost vulnerable.
Yeah, some frailty to an extent. Obviously that head mold though, that's beyond cool.
Yeah.
Let's put that right. The just like carved away, the singes from
it was so cool that Hayden kind of came back to that series and did that whole piece with
like the burnt head. It's kind of like is what we saw in Revenge of the Sith, especially I think when the helmet's going on, you kind of slightly see his head in that scene, and then obviously again later in Return of the Jedi you still see that carved bit essentially. That's
from the back when he's in his meditation chamber.
So I mean the eye bit, it's cool. I personally don't know if it was necessary really, whether you're gonna use that too much.
It depends how you're going to want to pose the figure, I guess, or how much posability you can get. I do feel there's not much movement with the arms.
Yeah, for sure. We've got that saber pose there, which looks more static than in like raining down a blow. That control panel piece, it does light up, but of course you have the separate function that you can only turn on the belts and the saber, because I guess in theory that wouldn't be turned on.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a two-phase switch essentially. Yeah. There's 2 options to only turn on the saber and the belt parts.
Yeah.
And have that off, or turn it all on if you're going to display the clean look.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you wanted to display it with the lights on for the damage as well,
it's
definitely possible. And well, there we go, guys. That is the Sideshow exclusive deluxe Darth Vader Hot Toys. Darth Paul, give me a final score out of 10.
I'd give this a solid 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd agree. 9 for me. Head mold, 12 out of 10 for sure. This one anyway, the battle damage one.
Yeah, that's stunning. I think definitely if the Inquisitor lightsabers had that light up feature, I think that would have been good.
Yeah.
And one of the things I was thinking about as we were posing was it would have been good if the cape kind of had like the wire in it, so you could get some posing out of it.
Yeah, a bit of like motion.
Yeah.
And I where you say like the word wire as well, I actually thought, I don't think do we have this one in? I think it's in there.
Yeah.
The wired lightsaber. I actually think the wire, it would have been better if it came out the bottom of the hilt.
Yeah, definitely. It would have been easier to run up the back of the arm and into the power pack at the back.
Yeah, but it's otherwise you don't see that too much. As we said, the cape covers most of the wiring and that battery, well, not battery pack, whatever it is, the little control panel thing at the back. But yeah, I'd 100% agree. Definitely a 9 out of 10 figure. But let us know what you guys think in the comment section below. Good, bad, what is your score out of 10? And well guys, that brings us to the end of this episode. First and foremost, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend with us here on the Mudhorn Cantina. We really do appreciate it. We hope you guys did enjoy the video. If so, be sure to give us a thumbs up. If you love Star Wars as much as we do, guys, we drop videos every single Saturday. So make sure you stay tuned. What is the easiest way to stay tuned, you ask? It's very simple. Subscribe, hit click, smash that subscribe button and enable those notifications so you don't miss out on any of that future content. If you wanted to check out the last episode, there it is, as well as a playlist to other hot toys we've shown off on our other channel, The Geek Lounge. Otherwise guys, thanks again for watching today's video, and as always,
may the Force be with you.